Welcome to my algebra class. We are on chapter 4, section 1 on exponents. This is review. At the bottom of this screen is the vocabulary that needs to be copied into your notebook. So if you'd like to do that right now, you can pause and do it. When working with powers, they're in the form of two parts: the base, the number that's actually multiplied, and then the exponent, the number that tells you how many times you use the base as a factor. So if I have the opposite of 4 squared, that means the opposite of 4 times 4, which is negative 16. Since the exponent 2 is immediately next to the 4, it does not square the negative sign. If, however, you put parentheses around the negative 4, then that's a negative 4 times a negative 4, which makes 16, positive 16. And if you have an odd exponent and a negative number, the answer is always going to be negative, and 3 cubed is 3 times 3 times 3, which is 27, because you have an odd number of negatives. And that's it for the explanation of the vocabulary, so you need to get your paper for your assignment ready and turn to page 1. I had 144 on the assignment. It actually starts on page 143. So head your paper, skip a line. You got page 143 written 1 to 31. Fold the paper in half. Problem number 2. You're to find the area of each rectangle. Well, in your book, you have a rectangle that is 5x by 3x, and area equals length times width, so it's 5x times 3x. If you remember from last year, we can move the numbers together. 5 times 3 is 15, and x times x, you add your exponents. Remember, that's understood to be x to the first next to the first, so we have 15x squared. Problem number 4, write each expression in exponential form. By that they mean in power form. So you have, if you count the x's, there is a total of 5 of them, so that's the reason why we use powers to shorten our work. That would be x to the 5th power. X is used as a factor 5 times. Number 6, you have 4 times t times t times t. That would be in exponential form 4t to the 3rd, since you use the t 3 times as a factor. Number 8, negative 6 times z times z. That would be negative 6z to the 2nd. Z is used twice. Number 10, negative 3 times x times 2 times x. You can multiply the numbers together. That's by the commutative property. That's negative 6, or the associative property. And then x times x, you used it twice, or add the exponents. So it's negative 6x squared. Number 12, you have a times b times b times b. Exponential form, a to the 2nd, used twice, times b. You don't have to put the dot to the 3rd, since b was used 3 times. 14, m times 8 times m times n times n. Numbers always go first, they're the coefficients. And then alphabetical order, I have 2 m's, m squared, and 2 n's, n squared. 16, negative 3 times x times y times x. So it'd be negative 3, x alphabetically, there are 2 of them, x squared, and then a y. 18, e times f times e times g times g. Alphabetical order, there are 2 e's, e squared, f, and then g squared, since there are 2 g's. Next set of problems match each phrase with the corresponding algebraic expression. Number 7 says the square of a, so that'd be a squared, plus the square of b, b squared, and that is going to be b. 22, the cube of the quantity. Quantity indicates parentheses, a plus b. So we have to do the quantity first, and then we're taking the cube of it, that's the third power. So that would be letter A. And then 24 through 31, you have two parts, count them each as a separate problem. 24a, you have the opposite of 6 squared. 6 squared is 36, the opposite of that is negative 36. Remember, the exponent belongs to what's in front. Since it does not, the parentheses are not there, it has to be negative 36. Skip a line B, this time they use the parentheses, and it's the quantity negative 6 squared. So that's negative 6 times negative 6, which is positive 36. 26a, 2 times 5 squared. We do the power first, so that's 2 times 25, which is 50. Remember PEMDAS, parentheses, then powers, then multiplication, division. And last, addition, subtraction. B, they use parentheses. They put the 2 and the 5 together in parentheses and then square. So we do grouping symbols first. That's 10. And square that. 10 times 10 is 100. Number 28, A, 5 minus 3 to the 4th power. So that's going to be 5 minus 81. Subtract 3 to the 4th power is 81. 5 from 81 is 76, and there's more than negative, so it's negative 76. Part B, skip a line, parentheses, 5 minus 3, quantity to the 4th power. 5 minus 3 is 2, 2 to the 4th power, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 16. And problem number 30, part A, 2 times 3 minus 5 squared. We can do the multiplication right away, and then we have to do the power, 25. Remember, you don't add or subtract until the end. 6 minus 25, that's a positive 6, and negative 25, that would be 19, and there's more than negative, so it's negative 19. And part B, 2 times, in parentheses, 3 minus 5, quantity squared. 3 minus 5 is negative 2, and we're squaring that. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4, and 2 minus 4. I'm sorry, that's a times sign. 2 times 4 is 8. That concludes the assignment for the evens. Be sure and check your answers as you do each odd and ask for help as you need it.